So we are headed to Boothbay Harbor.
Welcome to Flight Skyways to Highways. We're Tosh and Gary. We're a New York-based flight crew. Please make yourselves comfortable, sit back, relax, and enjoy travel.
The sauce is really good.
Hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. Please feel free to like, subscribe to our channel. Whether you're in the Skyways or in the Highways, we always would like to take you with us.
10 miles from Boothbay.
Yeah, very close. And we're going to be camping at Boothbay Brewery. We haven't been there in 3 years, I guess.
Yeah, something
We're
like
in
that.
there.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful little family-run brewery. But we're almost there. We should be there in about a half an hour. Yeah, we'll talk more then. But just a quick reminder, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up. And we hope you enjoy this episode. Ready? If you have been to this area, you know how popular this place is.
It's not that crowded right now.
It's not, surprisingly.
Yeah, it will be this weekend. Oh,
There's Riley. Oh man, how you doing?
yeah.
Good to see
How are
you.
you,
We
man?
finally made it back.
Hey, good to see you. Oh,
In the welcome bag, find a Boothbay Region guide put off by the Chamber of Commerce.
Awesome.
A bottle opener, name tag for your window, for
Okay.
your mirror,
all right.
and then 5% off coupon for any merch in our gift shop.
Sweet.
Oh, excellent.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
I think
And we made it.
Yeah, we made it. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
You know, it looks like, surprise, surprise, rain suddenly somehow is in the forecast. I don't know what's happening. It was supposed to be nice and sunny. And here we are with these things. These things. Rain clouds. I have no idea. Anyway, we're gonna set up and then we're gonna show you guys around.
The roller cam rope rollers on here, and T made an awesome bow line.
Super cool
And she needs to make a couple of more. Snug them down nicely. I have plenty of extra, okay, so I can run it out as far as I want and just wrap it around.
Okay. So this is our compound for the next
2 to 3 days.
Yeah,
Show us
2
your
to
bow line skills.
and there we have it.
All right, awesome.
Perfect bowline.
All right, good job, babe.
Ta-da!
Nice job.
It's my first knot that I finally learned and don't have to think about.
Exactly.
On to the next one. I do not understand if we walked under a ladder, broke a mirror. I don't know what it is. It was not supposed to rain here. And guess what? It's raining.
Got a new fire starter thingy. It's a butane, I have no idea what it's called.
Really?
But look at that.
Yowza.
That's gonna work. T's already crawled in bed. We had a great evening. T got scared away by the mosquitoes. The tree frogs are awesome tonight.
This will be our lullaby for sleeping tonight.
I'm gonna sit by the fire for a little while longer, and then we'll show you Boothbay tomorrow. So you want to say good night, T?
Good night.
All right. All right. Good night. Good night.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're headed over to Botanic Gardens here, which is pretty incredible. We'll show you guys that, of course. Yeah, so we're just gonna head out and probably pick up some lunch in town with Bay Harbor and show you guys a little of the town and just have a good day.
Yep.
Look at this weather. I mean, not a cloud. Nothing makes us happier than when the sun is shining. So we're gonna have fun, and of course, we're gonna take you guys with us. Let's go. We're here. Where the adventure begins. So the last time we were here,
We're here in the fall, so now it's going to be totally different.
you know, they plant the gardens obviously for all of the seasons. So there are some early bloomers, some late bloomers, some in-betweeners.
Right.
So there's quite a few already on their way out, but
And
still
we're
beautiful color.
Going there first.
Yeah. massive.
Yeah.
It's this
I
big.
know, it's this big, exactly. We're like, oh, well, it's back here too.
The whole area.
What are the purple?
This is all lettuce.
That's cool.
Beautiful. And of course, these peonies are all edible. This entire garden is edible.
So we're gonna try to find a couple more gnomes.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can find some more gnomes. There's a lot of people here. We got here early, but not early enough. But it is gorgeous. There's just some really beautiful structures here, and the flowers are just looking lovely. So we're really enjoying our time here. I love this house.
Yeah, these are cool. Hey.
My new house.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Look at the roof on that. That's cool.
I could live here.
Yeah.
I should probably not quit my day job.
That's for sure. All right.
Baby, a hug. Right there on his little stump.
I'm gonna have to say this is probably my favorite. This is where all the fairies live. Look at these fairy houses. They're really cool.
The kids come through here and build some really cool.
Yeah,
I mean, you
they
can
do.
tell which kid is going to be an architect.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
This takes the thatched roof concept to a whole nother
It
level.
does. There's one over here.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Future architect.
That's it. It's a meditation garden. This is what we're going to try to hit next. It's very, very cool piece of granite down there.
Metamorphic rock. It's Ellsworth schist.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you look at it, you can see, you know, even from the outside, from the uncarved
Yeah.
area, how the Earth's pressure has made all these
Striations.
yeah, the waves and the ripples.
Right. I mean, it's just stunning. I mean,
I
look
think
at
so,
how,
too.
ugh.
I
think
clean this
just
thing
beautiful.
every morning,
Do you?
and I don't mind doing it.
I can imagine.
I scrub it clean every morning, and I admire it.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap for the Botanical Gardens.
Yeah,
I
this
think next stop is Boothbay itself.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the Botanical Gardens?
It's, you know, it's beautiful as always. This is the
Yeah.
first time I've visited in the springtime.
Yeah.
You know, we're on the cusp of summer. I think, yeah, so it's really interesting to see what flowers bloom at this time of year here in Maine. There's a lot, actually.
Right, yeah,
a
there's
lot
in bloom.
a lot of beautiful color still coming in, and you know, this is just a stunning place to visit. You know, it's overwhelming, the sheer amount of flora and fauna here that you find. Absolutely enjoyed our time spent here.
It's been a great morning.
It has.
Yeah. What's our next stop?
I believe we are headed to Boothbay Harbor.
But come along with us.
Let's go. So we made it to the town of Boothbay. Really neat town.
Yeah.
All kinds of old-timey mom and pop looking little shops and stuff. It's really quaint. What do you think of Boothbay?
I like Boothbay.
Yeah. The boardwalk, we entered from that side over there. And it goes all the way across the waterway here to the other side of the harbor. Down there. This is the Footbridge Brewery. We've been here before,
Yeah.
but that guy's funny. We are back at camp, and we're just throwing together a little meal here, a little dinner. And Gary is doing some computer work.
Downloading video and photos from our Sony camera so we can clean out the card.
Yeah, we got a lot. So somebody forgot to turn off the camera, and it just kept recording. We don't know who that was. Oh, where are you be? Yeah, I'm making a quick meal. This is an iteration of something that I've been working on for a little bit. It's supposed to be a variation of Kung Pao chicken. I like to call it Kung Pao, like P-O-W, like Kung Pao, because it's very spicy. Gringonizing it for Gary, since I tried to kill him with my jerk chicken.
No, you're not. You're gringoing it because you forgot the peppers.
I really toned it down for Gary, because clearly in his old age, he can't take heat.
Oh.
He can't take the heat anymore. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. You always end up, I always get the bay leaf. And I always get pieces, the last chunks of the peppers. It's always
wah, wah, wah. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Wah, wah,
For some
wah.
reason, I always get it. It's hot.
How you doing, babe?
Yeah, my eyes are watering. My mouth is on fire.
Yeah, so this is going to be quick and easy, but I made my base at home. So I've got some road dust here, and I'm just going to throw this together really quick. We're going to have a nice meal. Gary's got his beer, of course. So this is a done meal. We're going to eat. I'm just going to finish this off really quick. So you can see my sauce. We've got some brown rice, some green onions, and we have some cilantro here, and some lime juice, and this is set, all done. What do you think?
That was really good.
That's good?
Very good.
Awesome. Is it too spicy, dear?
No, it's not killing me like you tried to kill me the other day.
Whatever.
No, it's good.
But it has some good heat.
No, it does
I
have
mean,
a
it's
little,
supposed to.
it has a little heat to it.
Okay. Not too much.
Not too much. It's
Okay.
perfect. It's good.
Yeah.
And I think the brewery is pretty full up there now anyway.
Probably. But we're going to go check it out.
We're going to
Find
go check it out. So we're heading into the brewery. I need another beer.
it. Gary's thirsty.
Yes. Oh, see, there's the map. All right, where are we at? We're over here.
Yes.
I've been everywhere in Maine, I've been everywhere in Maine. Smell that Milltown air in Maine, hunted moose and bear in Maine. Attended every fair in Maine, I've been everywhere. Been to Sangerville, Stacyville, Baileyville, Frenchville, Swanville, Town Hill, Weeks Mills, Norway, Medway, Boothbay, Calais, Dallas, Rangeley, Shapley, Stockton, Stetson, Sweden, Steuben, Selden, Sherman. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere in Maine. Smell that Milltown air in Maine. Hunted moose and bear in Maine. Attended every fair in Maine. I've been everywhere. Drank every craft beer in Maine. I've been everywhere. Visiting back and forth for years, borrowing for years. Willie goes over to Jim's house one day to borrow a come-along from out of the barn or something. And he drives into Jim's dooryard and he notices Jim's barn door is cracked open just a little bit and there's light coming in from inside. And Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me is thumping away from inside. So Willie walks up to the barn door and he peeks inside and he sees Jim in there, his neighbor, and he's got his overalls on but nothing underneath. And he's standing in front of his John Deere and he's dancing to Def Leppard, gyrating in front of his John Deere, doing a little, a suggestive dance. Willie watches for a minute and Jim starts to take his overall strap off and he reaches to take the other one off and he starts to push his overalls down and Willie bursts in. He goes, Jim, whoa, what's going on? And Jim goes, oh, Willie, you startled me. He says, can you keep it between us? He says, yeah, of course. He says, we've been friends he says, don't say anything. He says, no, we're good. He says, here's what's going on. He said, my wife and I have been having some trouble, in the bedroom, wink, wink. He goes, been going on for a while. He says, we finally knuckled under and we went and saw a therapist. We had a long talk with the therapist, and the therapist thought that I should do something sexy to attract her.
Okay, that was good. That was good. I'll try to remember that. Nice evening at the brewery. It's
All right,
cool.
well, we're going to say goodnight.
We'll talk in the morning.
Good night.
All right, good night. Good morning from Boothbay Craft Brewery and RV Park. This is our last day here. T's cooking brunch.
Breakfast burritos. I don't think we're allowed to camp without making a burrito because Gary will not allow it. Like there has to be a burrito every camp.
So our day is kind of like we've got friends coming over. Denise and Charlie are coming to hang out with us later. We're going to do a little bit of a brewery tour. We'll show you around the RV park, which is with Riley. Talk a little bit about the family-owned craft brewery here at Boothbay. And yeah, so we're just going to kind of enjoy the beautiful day and kind of hang out a little bit. Let's get that burrito going.
The cheese, my nacho cheese sauce.
I like that stuff. Is just really good.
So I am doing the gluten-free option today. Collard leaves. This works. It actually surprisingly works really, really well. Gotta be careful not to burn the leaves. And I basically just wrap this fairly in pretty much the same manner. Yeah. It is a little trickier. But yeah, just make sure you roll it nice and tight. All right, these are looking pretty good actually. This is gonna be nice and charred. It's gonna be delicious.
Cool.
All right, there's Gary's burrito.
Wow, that looks good.
It's gonna be delicious.
It's gonna be delicious.
It's gonna be good. Let's eat.
Let's eat. That's good.
You like it?
Delicious.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
You do have to eat this with a fork and knife. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna talk a little later. Well, brunch was pretty delicious. We had a nice morning here at the Boothbay Brewery. And we're just heading over to hang out with Riley for a little bit. He's gonna show us around this beautiful brewery.
Tell us a little bit about the brewery. When did it get started?
So my parents bought the property in 06, and it was an old roadside cottages built in the 50s and 60s and an old homestead built in the 1820s. And my parents, they bought the property knowing that we were going to put a brewery on it. Brewery was founded in 2009, released our first production run commercially in 2010, and we distribute statewide. As well as we have a restaurant on site. So 633, that is the beer that founded it all. So when my dad was still brewing beer in the early 2000s, like in our garage, he brewed that beer, and the alcohol content came out to 6.33%, which is cool in itself. But the kicker is like the calling code for our area is, if you call a landline, Maine is 207. Most people know that.
Yeah.
And then our area is 633. So if you call the number here, it's 207-633-3411.
So the restaurant, you do pizzas and you got some appetizers on there.
So we've expanded our menu a little bit compared to previous years, but we do wood-fired pizzas. In our wood-fired pizza oven that was built by my great uncle and great cousin. We have oysters local from Damariscotta. I mean, Damariscotta has been named the Napa Valley of oysters. Okay. So on Thursdays, my parents do oysters with the owners.
I enjoyed that. That was great. I had some. Yeah.
It's a fun thing. Yeah. Friday night brisket is something that we do every Friday between Memorial Day and Labor Day.
There was one interesting thing about the brewery or the restaurant, not necessarily the brewery, but about the restaurant when you build it. There's a couple things. You told me about the beams that that were brought in to build the restaurant?
My parents had a logging business when my brother and I were growing up. All the beams for the brewery, we did a thing called Beams to Brewery, and incorporated our community and other people, because we wanted it to be a very collaborative establishment, and that's kind of what most breweries are founded on, is a sense of community. So all the beams that the brewery were built from were donated by other businesses, other breweries, our church, our school, families. We've engraved the names of who donated those logs and kind of burned those in for everyone to see.
Oh, very cool. Another thing you've got in the brewery is you have a speakeasy.
Yeah, so our speakeasy is available when it rains. So bad weather, our outside beer garden is closed and we open up our speakeasy. You kind of have to know how to get into it, which is a throwback to my grandfather, who is affectionately nicknamed Cappy. So, and that will be the only clue that I will give you.
We appreciate your time, but one last question. I know that my favorite beer here is the Thirsty Botanist. What's yours?
So my favorite beer is a beer that's kind of a heavy hitter. It just came out, and it's Steganos. It's our bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout.
Okay. Well, hey, we appreciate your time. Thanks for having us this weekend. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Go have a beer.
Yeah.
That's it for us at Boothbay. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button. Leave us a comment.
Yeah. And whether we're in the skyways
Or the highways.
just know we're going to take you with us. We'll see you on the next one. Safe travels all. So
It's hot. Ugh.